we up? Test audio seems to be on. Video seems to be on. Good morning, everybody. Thursday morning here in Tokyo, 8 o'clock. Peaceful day, slightly overcast. The intense heat of the summer seems to be pretty much behind us now. The days are pleasant. We've still got the air conditioner running because it is still a bit muggy. We're not done with it yet, but it's getting more manageable now. The paper is out. Just one printer upstairs. Oh, yeah, the purple bag is gone. Either somebody gave up and threw it away, or the owner noticed it and picked it up. One printer today, Sugi-san, she's up there. She's doing Fox Moon. She's still working on her most recent batch of Fox Moon. We're out of those in the shop now, and even when she's finished, we won't be able to put them in the shop straight away because I have to go to Jed for signing. So today was a pleasant morning for me today. I put up a video last night, so as usual, it's Dave's ego boost this morning, getting up, looking at the email. But mostly nice comments on the video. The number of subscribers slowly build towards our magic little goal of 100,000. Well, if you remind me later, please, after Cameron gets here, we do have a small show and tell today. Package of prints arrived yesterday while I was away. I was in Omai for Tuesday and Wednesday. I got back last night, late yesterday afternoon. Package of prints was here, so we can have a look at those today. I haven't actually opened them all. I opened one part of it to see. So if you remind me about that, please. So we got here the usual suspects. Homemade today was, this week was just programming, totally programming. I didn't get a chance to work on the new book, anything like that. It was just simply coding this weekend. For Cameron, I can say for Cameron, whatever, coding for our subscription software. We've talked before, we're becoming a company somewhere over the next couple of months, and the rules for bookkeeping and stuff are completely different. When we become a company, we need things like proper bookkeeping, a balance sheet, all that kind of stuff. And at the moment, because it's a proprietorship, the rules from the tax people about bookkeeping are quite, they're not strict at all. We do good bookkeeping, we keep track of income and records and all that kind of stuff. But the corporate requirements for bookkeeping are different, the auditing requirements and stuff like that. So we're going to have to move to a different bookkeeping system. We will need actual official corporate accounting software, blah, 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 for that end of it. We're going to still use my own software for things like running the order entry system and controlling subscriptions and things like that, because there's no package software that can do that. But we're going to have to do a system where my own software controls the day-to-day accounting and bookkeeping, the order entry and the subscriptions, and then reports, I guess, at the end of the month to the commercial software to do the corporate accounting and tax records and stuff like that. So Cameron's work is going to increase quite a bit over the next couple of months when we do this. So to try and mitigate that, what I've been doing is rewriting modules of our own software so that much more of it is automated. We haven't really bothered with this too much. For example, when a new subscription comes in, it comes in through our website order form. And then we half enter, half copy paste, whatever, put it into our system. And then when an order for a gift print comes in, again, we copy paste it in and away we go from there. But I've now, over the past few weeks, I've been rewriting these modules and I've been making the order entry part of it completely automated. I mean, over at Amazon, nobody sits in and types in names and addresses and stuff like that. So our system now is at least that level. The entry of the order and the processing of it is pretty much totally automated. And Cameron's functions in the bookkeeping now are nearly almost totally reduced to the human element, answering the emails and stuff. Where's my print for last month? Can I have a second case or whatever? People that are, the stuff that can't be handled by the automated system. I've done this so that they remove the burden of our own software so that he'll be able to run both of these systems side by side. He was happy last night when he saw what I had done the programming for at all. And it's really a pleasure for me too, to do programming like that and see an immediate result. It's not like a part of a big system that takes years to build. Code it, program it, check it for a few bugs, and just throw it into service. Now we've got lots of crisscrosses here. How many of these crisscrosses to leave and how many to take out? There's no way, look at this, there's no way I can carve all those little square boxes here. We talked about this before. At the original size I did this, those things were possible. But what we're seeing now is a print from the carving that I did. Completely crisscrossed. But we can't do it at this scale. So we'll take X and Y, X and Y, X and Y in a sort of random pattern to try and give the effect. But there's no way at this scale. It's not just a matter of carving, it's, as I mentioned, limited printing. If I get too clever at this point and make too many small, tiny areas, the printers will just go nuts. They can't do it. Oh, first timers. Hey. Welcome to all newbie people here. Good. Not quite sure how interesting it's going to be today. Just very, very slow, steady work here. It's up to you guys. Poke me with interesting questions and we'll see. Lots of those this morning. When I woke up the computer, sat there on my phone checking the morning's email. Just endless, meow, meow, meow. Lots of entries during the night. The cat sound you heard is just an email notification that let me know that another entry just came in. I'm not sure if I should use the word entry, submission, I guess what it is. I don't check each one as it comes in, good grief. The interruptions all day long. Just for fun, my email program lets me know what's going on. The girls in the shop actually are kind of pissed off about it because it's a very realistic sound. When this first started some weeks ago, they're all like, where's the cat? Where's the cat? Well, they're too serious. The other job I had to do in Omwe this week is an interview. It's a bit of a misleading term, interview, talk to. We're starting a new staff member out there. At the moment, there's two ladies who have been with us for many, many years. They've been with us since about the beginning of the week here. It was a little bit earlier than that. We have two ladies in Omwe. They're local housewives who work for us as shippers. And they do all the packing of the prints. When you get one of the gift prints from us, you see all the backboard and the mounting and the story and the gift wrapping. These ladies out in Omwe do all those jobs, plus the actual post office part of it. And they're coming into October now. It's pretty clear that they are getting a kind of a bit behind. And they need more help. So we had a new lady come in yesterday or talk to us about joining the crew. So we'll have three workers in Omwe. There's already three shippers. We have two right now. These people are full-time. I'm not saying we have so many orders that we have three full-time shippers, and it doesn't look like that. They're two ladies who do the job together and take turns. Sometimes they're there together, sometimes they alternate. They have different functions. One lady does all the individual print packaging, one does the hunger club, one does the subscription billing, subscription packaging. They've split the work between the two of them. But the daily orders that get shipped, they both have to be able to do that because on every day there has to be shipping done. So, except for the anyway, one more is going to be joining that crew. She's coming for a couple of days next week and a week after for sort of a look-see. We can look at her, she can look at us. And one more, she got employee number 39. When I put her in the database yesterday. We don't have 39 people looking for us right now. That doesn't include people like the outside printers and stuff. Those people are independent contractors. They're not employees. 39, that means the people who actually work in the building, one of our two buildings. And 39 is not current, it's the people who we have had working for us. Some of them are gone. We've had people in the shop here who tried for a while with the print parties and they just sort of didn't get really good at it, so on they went. So 39 is the total of people who have worked for us now in the actual building. So. I'm employee number 0 in the database. It's a zero-based array, so I'm number 0. Conversation around traveling time. How you guys can handle that? This is going to be a relief block. I'm cutting away places that will not print and leaving the lines. You can see over here the lines that I've left. This will be the lines of the design. This is will not print, and this area still has to be taken away at a later stage. So the design has been glued on the block, and the black that you see on the design is the part that should stay. So it's simple, just take away everything that doesn't look like a lady. What was that Michelangelo's comment, or apocryphal comment? How do you make a sculpture of a horse? You start with a block of marble and cut away everything that doesn't look like a horse. I kind of doubt he would say that sort of thing. So the video last night, I put up the new video that David, the 8 Views of Cats update video. And within the first few hours of comments, people are talking about the audio quality again. I really thought I had sort of got it worked out, but whatever. It wasn't a grotesque complaint, just people saying, Dave, I prefer it the way it was before you started trying to fix it. So I don't know. I think the problem this time wasn't a question of my ears too much hiss. It was the things I've been doing to try and remove the hiss perhaps are being too aggressive. And I'm learning too that the audio thing, when I listened to the audio on that video last night, I had really thought it was kind of smooth and clean. And somebody complained about artifacts, so I tried listening to it again this morning, and it turns out that when you really crank it up and it's really, really loudly at a very, very high gain, then it starts to sound funny. Not just too loud, but you start to hear defects in it. So that could be a problem. People who are listening to it at a very high gain hear more problems than those of us who listen to it quieter. I don't know. Yeah, Joan's asking about the audio. Of course, the voiceover part of it I did in studio too. Is that the part that was no good? I don't know. So, yeah, yeah. Anyway, the reason I did it in Studio 2 was not for reverb. I'm not trying to be clever here. The problem is that the room noise out here, it's really, really noisy. And when I was here last night, yesterday evening, trying to do that voiceover, it was, I forget, 7, 8 o'clock at night, and outside is crazy noisy. Even with the door closed, the shutter closed. So I went to Studio 2 just to try and get into a quieter environment. I don't know, should I start hanging curtains on the walls or something? I don't know. Record in only, then it's just completely noisy river noise. It sounds like white noise in the background through everything. Is there such a thing as a de-reverber? If I record it in Studio 2 and then cancel the reverb, is there a way to do that? I don't know. Have to check in the software. Somebody out there, who's that peeking in? I can't see here from where I sit. When somebody comes to the front door, I can't see that. New people here, good, welcome. Just curious if onlookers outside. It's still way early, so shop won't be open for an hour yet. Are they going to try it, come in? I don't know. We'll see. We might get interrupted here. Let's see what happens. They can't see me from where I'm sitting here. Oh, here they come.
よろしいですか。
あ、いいですよ。今ちょっと放送中ですね。大丈夫よ。はい。ホテル営業時間も9時半からですが、大丈夫よ。いや、ちょっと見ていいよ。はい。なんで浅草にそんなに早い時間ですね。
すいません。
いやいやいやいや。外国の方が多い。ホテルに泊まってますから。
あ、そうですね。いつからここにやってらっしゃるんですか。
あ、どうもおはようございます。はい。
すいません、こちらで出す、
あ、打ち出したんですね。はい。間違ったんですか。
いや、ですね、
はい。
会社で使ってますよね、この段ボール。
そうですね、ここは会社でしょ。はい。
会社ですと、有料シールが。
あ、そうですか。
はい、
いつも
ゴミとかに貼る同じものが結局いるんですよ。
あ、そうですか。
はい、
申し訳ない、知らなかったんですが、じゃあどうやって
今回は
10リットルとか20リットルとかのシールです
じゃあちょっとそのパンフレットを持ってきます。英語のでよろしいですか。
いや、日本語でも結構
大丈夫ですか。はい。じゃあ今持ってきます。
あ、申し訳ないです。
はい、すいません。
じゃあ置いといてください。
いいですか。
後で用意しますから、資料を読んで。
はい。いや、今ちょっと
申し訳ないです。
よろしくお願いします。
We're in trouble. We're in trouble with the garbage people. So I better talk to him for a second. I'll be back in a minute. Hang on. Mercedes.
どうもありがとうございます。
あ、どうも、はい、申し訳ないです。今スタッフないですから、どうも、はい、
すごいね、そうやって見て話すんですね。どうも、
はい、どうも、頭気をつけてください。
はい、どうも。
はい。You can't win when you lose, you can't win. Okay, okay. はい。なんだ。The two people are just whatever, people walking around. But the garbage guy, the garbage guy. This is funny. I'm a little bit pissed off at this, but whatever. The garbage here, the garbage collection, this is the city garbage man, not the commercial garbage companies. The city deal is they don't collect from commercial entities. If you're a big company throwing away tons of garbage, hire an outside person. And some of the companies here have done that. We are really too small, and they know there's an in-between level. So what they have a system is this. If you live on this street or in the neighborhood, whatever, you put your garbage out in front of your house, and they take it. You follow the schedule, Monday, Tuesday, this, each day is a different kind of garbage, and they take it for free. For commercial entities who are in this environment, you're supposed to buy the seals. there's different seal prices. There's a seal that says a 45-liter bag and a seal for a 10-liter bag and a 20-liter bag. Now we buy these seals. We go to the 7-Eleven and buy them. And we really carefully put the seals on our garbage bags. You know, you see the garbage bags out there sometimes a couple of days a week. Our staff has put the seals on. We pay for them. It's expensive. The larger bag is about 350 yen, about $3 to put out a bag of garbage. No problem. Most of the small-scale companies in the street don't do that because somebody lives upstairs, like I sort of do. They just put the garbage out, and the garbage men take it and take it and take it. But those people are cheating the system, and we really carefully pay for our seals. Having said that, Wednesday night, putting it out Thursday morning pickup, like today, this is it's one of the recyclable categories. You saw him, he brought back some cardboard that we had wrapped up and put out. We had thought the recyclable stuff didn't need the seals. We put out our, what do you call it, the PET bottles in one bucket, and the glass in another bucket, the cans in another bucket, the cardboard in the other bucket. And we have not been putting seals on. This guy this morning, one of the crew, he has seen our package of cardboard, opened it up and found a label on the outside that says this was from Mokohanka. He saw me here this morning, so he came in and he's saying, apologies, please be careful, please be careful, please be careful. You're a commercial entity, you need to put seals on. And I honestly said, why didn't you think we had to do that? So he brought me the pamphlet describing that when you put out the cardboard, even the cardboard needs a seal. It's a 20-liter seal, whatever you try and estimate, whatever you're doing. Newspapers also need seals. So anyway, we've been on this is crazy. Every week we put out like 3 or 4 bottles, and we put out 10 or 12 PET bottles, and we put out a bunch of cardboard. If we have to do this, this is going to hugely increase the costs. Interesting. Anyway, whatever, we'll chat about it with the staff and see. Point was, I really thought we had been exactly following the rules when most of the businesses on the street don't. And I told him so just now. Hey, come on, you guys, we've been really careful. You've seen our bags, they've got seals on them. He says, yeah, I know. But anyway, this is the rule, just so you know what's going on. Here you go. So no shouting and screaming, but whatever. Shame stickers, they don't do that here. They just pick it up. They just swallow it and pick it up. I'm okay with this, you know, there's no free lunch, we're living in this community, whatever it costs to do these things, that's our responsibility to pay our share, so I'm not bitching about it. I don't have any idea if it's reasonable or whatever. You either pay through it by seals or you pay through it with your general taxes, one way or the other. So. And I would guess if I were designing the system, I would have to try and find that balance. If you make the disposal costs too high, people will try and get rid of their stuff in other ways, sneaky, tossing it out somewhere else. If you make the cost too low, then of course you can't run your system. Anyway, there's our excitement for the morning. Kind of missed it all. Oh, I found an interesting message on my phone last night. My little clamshell phone, you know. We have a phone number here at Mokohunka. We have actually 3 phones here at Mokohunka. One is the public number. That's the same as our address. It's 1418. Our street address is 1418, and our phone number is 1418, with other numbers too. So it's a public number everybody knows. Then we have 2 other telephones here. I have one, a little clamshell phone, and Cameron has one, so that we can talk to each other and whatever. My own phone number actually is kind of, I can't say top secret, that's silly, but whatever, it's not out there. I don't use my phone much. I don't have a smartphone. I don't want the disruptions of stuff happening all the time. But I do have a phone, even though I don't really actually use it for much. So very few people except staff know the number. But I got a call last night from a guy I haven't spoken to in 3 years. And he's a person who needed to know my number. He's the NHK producer with whom I used to do the Journeys in Japan programs. He's the guy who, I guess it was about 3 years ago, who gave me the bad news that, you know, Dave, we are not really going to be calling you for these programs anymore. They told me that I was, you know, being retired, laid off, whatever word you want to use. I mean, I wasn't employed. But, you know, the point being that they told me they wouldn't be using me anymore because I was too old. I was too old and too much of a white guy. They want younger Japanese or bicultural girls for the program. And that was cool. That's their executive decision to make, not my decision. Anyway, point being, I opened up my phone last night, or I see the flashing light because I was in the bathroom and missed the call. And it's from the NHK producer. So I I read the message on the answering machine. He said, Dave, I'm going to drop in the shop tomorrow morning to see you. I said, okay. So this morning he's coming in to see, and I don't really know what it would be about. If he wanted me to do another one of the programs, he would have just said so. Are you free 3 days in late October or something like this? You know? But he didn't. He wants to come and see us, or see me, whatever. So who knows? Who knows what's cooking? I don't even know if he's got the same job still. He was one of the producers, not an executive producer. He was a program producer. You know, he's one of the guys who actually made the programs. I worked with him on 3 or 4 of the Journeys in Japan episodes. Oh, camera run sound is here. Oh, look at this. Yeah. I was thinking you were early, not. You're about just right on time. So you missed all the excitement.
Oh, no.
I got the guy from City Hall came and chewed me out for not putting garbage seals on. Chewed me out. Very kind. Very kind.
We're not putting it?
Well, it's funny because we've been putting seals. In fact, we are pretty much the only
one
kid
in the
on the block who does this. You know, and after I chatted him, he knew this. You know,
Yeah.
The point being, what we haven't been doing, we haven't been putting seals on the cardboard. And I honestly didn't think it was necessary. The recyclable garbage, they're making money from it, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So I thought it was a non-stickable character, but he brought me the pamphlet saying, here it is, your business, you need to put... And look at this, you're supposed to put stickers on not every can, but there, the cans, the bottles, the PET bottles, the cardboard, all these things, which we put out a little bit every week. If I have to do that with a seal on every one, that's kind of a bit too much. So. Anyway, he wasn't unfriendly, totally friendly, happy, and I was happy to him, no yelling and screaming, but he wanted to let us know, please, you know,
Put this stuff on.
follow the rules.
Got it.
It's funny. He came, I guess he must have seen that I was open, so that when he got to the station, he took the time to bring the package back. You know, really friendly way. Ducked under the thing, came in here. He doesn't know we're online, whatever. Chat about this for a minute. Then when he left to get the pamphlet, because I said, I didn't know that. He says, oh, I'll get you a pamphlet. Wait a minute. When he left to get the pamphlet, he smacked his head on the shutter. The stream was all, get a helmet. Oh, bump, somebody clipped? Whatever, okay, hang on a minute. I'll turn this over to you, sir. That camera comes off. This camera, where are we? This camera comes up.
Like the famous scene in the first Star Wars movie where one of the stormtroopers hits his head on a shutter as he's going through.
And it was in the movie.
And they left it in the movie. It's Star Wars.
Why CNN? What?
One of the stormtroopers. A scene in Star Wars. Got too excited.
But that would be, they would have looked at that and decided it looks natural, so leave it in tonight. Wouldn't they do that?
Yeah, I think in a later edit of it, they added a sound effect for him going bonk.
I see. No, I didn't know that. The one I heard about last year was this. What was it, Game of Thrones, Sonny, with the Starbucks coffee that was in there? That was the one that sort of seemed to be quite funny about it.
Yeah.
Okay, buddy, clear the set. Coffee break's over. Let's go.
Yeah.
Hi, cut, take, roll one, take two.
Yeah.
Starbucks coffee cup is there. You know. What are we doing? What have I left out by mistake? So.
Orangina. No,
We do that
no
sometimes,
Orangina this
actually.
morning.
So sometimes on the stream here, what I do is the stuff's all on my bench, today's to-do list. And before cleaning up, I punch the open, start streaming.
Yeah.
In the last few seconds, I'm frantically trying to get the top secret stuff off my desk. So, how you doing, sir? Good.
Good. Yeah.
I'm going to try and be in a better mood today.
Okay. Sounds
I came
good.
in, I was in such a bad mood. The three girls just disappeared. They all went upstairs,
Vanished.
left me alone.
They all suddenly became really interested in organizing the second floor with me.
I just do not want to go to City Hall, period. Just keep me away.
City
If you want to
Hall's-
keep me sane and keep everybody else happy, keep Dave away from City Hall. Yeah. We're getting down to the nitty gritty here. I've done all the easy stuff, and now we're getting to all these crisscrosses, and I've got to decide what to criss and what to cross and what not to cross.
The tough details.
I shouldn't worry about too much. You're not going to be able to see this stuff. And also, if I did carve these crisscrosses, Sugi-san would just quit.
Yeah. I know a lot of our Hanga Club prints, or I guess there's a range in difficulty. There's some that are only 2 impressions or so, and then some that are a lot more. Is this one going to be one of the tougher ones to print, do you think?
I'm not really sure. It depends on this key block. I know color-wise, it won't be a big deal. It'll be 7 impressions, only 1 gradation, so it's okay. The difficulty will be printing the key block without mucking it up. So this will definitely be, in the 2 classes there, will be a higher price to do it too.
Okay.
But I don't know. We'll see.
Okay.
That stuff there wasn't conceived from the beginning as a single series. A lot of those were my New Year cards from years gone past. And many of them are from my treasure chest series that I built, the 24 prints, one that was sent every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And those were kept reasonable because of that deadline.
Yeah.
So it's a real mixed bag of stuff.
That's a fascinating series. You made them every 2
2
weeks.
Yeah. And I made it right through to the end of the year. So. The video, I'll put the video up last. I don't know if you've seen it or not yet.
I have not yet.
Audio comments again, saying, Dave, it used to be better. Yes, whatever you're doing, it isn't working.
Oh no. Shucks.
And I'm not sure because I did the audio 2 ways. The audio part in my talking head portion of the video is the lavalier into the zoom, processed in the way we've been doing it. But it seems to be okay. The voiceover part, I did it in Studio 2 again. And I guess that's the part that's causing trouble, I guess.
Okay.
Or maybe it's just because the audio changes partway through. I don't know. I don't know.
Oh no.
So it didn't seem like this is the hiss that David can't hear because he's too old. It's I've
Just
done
something
too
sounds
much.
different.
The person specifically said he, she, whatever, thinks I'm doing too much post-processing, which is probably true. Yeah.
John Bear says, Cameron, really look at that clip. You'll crack up. I want to see it, but I don't want to take away processing power from this computer, opening up new windows and playing more videos and stuff. So.
I didn't see it myself.
later.
I heard it, but I didn't see it. I was too busy
okay.
looking. What was I doing? I can't remember.
Paying
Just playing
attention to the
stream
work or something.
No, he came in. I chatted with him. I suppose, and I must have turned to the stream to explain who that was. And just at that point, he's leaving, and I heard the bang. So. And then I thought it was polite that I should go out and talk to him outside, so I left my station here. It was friendly, no problem. There's no screaming and yelling.
Yeah.
That's what they do. He would have picked up our garbage for 5 years.
Yeah.
Without saying anything. And then one day he saw me here and realized, okay, let's try and let them know about this.
Yeah.
So that's how non-confrontational this all is, of course. This is Japan.
Question about Doi Hanga 10 prints. Will Doi Hanga have Itakura-san print their post-war prints once they've run out of stock? Or will Moku Hankan still be able to produce prints using Doi Hanga blocks? I'm a fan of Moku Hankan's choices of colors and gradients.
As far as I know, we understand that Itakura-san and Doi are now finished. Either Itakura-san has retired completely from printing, and this is possible. I don't actually know yet this. Or Itakura-san has retired from doing Doi Hanga work because either they're not paying enough or they're too noisy. And that's really true. We have really been giving the DOI people lots
Pressure.
of feedback because Itakura-san is hugely careless with the amount of garbage around the outside of the thing, margin mess. And his viewpoint, he's an old-fashioned guy. His viewpoint is he doesn't care. People are going to frame it. You won't see it anymore, so screw it. I don't care. It's faster and easier for me. And we've put pressure on the DOI people because we sell them opally. We know a lot of people are looking at them opally without framing them. We want them cleaner. And I've been spending hours, literally hours and hours and hours, trying to shave, off this. And I can't go all the way because without chopping the paper off.
Yeah.
So I think Itakura-san, because there's so much work available now from other publishers as well, has said, you guys are noisy. Beat me here on the button here. Itakura-san's told, get lost. I don't want to do your work anymore.
Yeah.
Or it may be that he's actually retired. I don't know which that is.
Situation.
The point is, DOI has told us he's out of the game now. And they may be a little bit pissed off at me because I've been so noisy about this. It's gone down the chain and caused them to lose him as a printer. I don't know the background. They're not yelling at us. They're not angry at us.
But are they so reliant on our sales of their prints that they couldn't have said, I'm done with you, Dave. I'm going to go sell somewhere else?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. They sell overseas. You see the DOI prints now. They're on Artelino. They're on Tom Crossan's website. So they are selling here and there overseas.
Okay. Any tests? Maybe I'm saying that wrong. It says the problem I noticed with the YouTube video was that it was such an abrupt change in the two types of audio. So maybe that was off-putting or jarring or something.
I knew that, but I also thought that was kind of obvious. I mean, you see this you see it in a movie or whatever. There are two people talking in a movie, then you switch to scene B when we're in space or something else happening, and the audio does change. So I kind of thought that was acceptable because of this. Anyway, I had no way around it. So point taken, thank you. But I thought, all in all, in fact, I tried actually when I was doing the final
match levels.
I tried to match the levels and get it because the B one was really much louder, and I depressed it and dropped it. Okay. But I thought, considering the change of scene, that gave me a bit of cut me a bit of slack in the change of audio. So anyway. Look at the prints, people. Look at the prints. I had no choice last night. It was so noisy outside. I had to go in the studio.
Hide in the studio number 2. So I haven't looked yet. Are you looking at the images that the different illustrators have sent over to us to turn into prints, or are they prints?
The different images of illustrators.
Since it's about Neko Hakke, the PSDs that people have sent over to us? Yeah,
of course. Back and
okay,
forth.
so I haven't looked at it.
Okay,
so
I talked about some of this in the video. I showed a bunch of stuff in the video.
Okay.
And actually, I may have made a bit of a mistake. In the video last night, I showed, I think there was 8 prints or 9 prints or something. That's all. I didn't go through all the stage 2 presentations.
Okay.
I just did a few as highlights. And then I got an email this morning from one of the people who is in stage 2. He says, I didn't see my stuff there. Am I still in or am I out or something? Yeah. So I should have made it a bit more clear. Here's a selection of stuff we received, just sort of not random. I mostly did it in order, people who got in early first. So.
Got it.
So I'm going to write, I haven't done my email yet this morning, but I'll write back to him saying, no, you're in, let's go. Please, sorry about that. I didn't show everybody. And so there's still confusion. Whatever I try and explain, there's always more questions. So.
John Baker said, it's not a question of the levels, it's the reverb. If Dave throws a blanket over his head while recording in studio number 2 to prevent the sound from hitting the walls, that'll fix it. Said, it might deaden the sound too far the other way. Definitely worth a shot, though. And then recording under a blanket in the bathroom would make for quite an Instagram picture, too.
I don't think we're going to go there. I don't know what to say. Ome is impossible. Asakusa is extremely noisy. I don't know what else I can say. Maybe, and this is another idea, what I should perhaps try next time, is go to Studio 3. The bathroom upstairs. No, I mean, it would be quieter up there. And it's, what is it? It's a smaller cubicle plywood. This one has concrete walls, which may be doing it. and upstairs is just plywood. So I should maybe try it upstairs.
Yeah.
And also there's the washing machine and all the blankets, and not blankets, but towels and stuff stacked on them.
Yeah. So it
I
could
could
deaden
do
the
that. I
sound
could
a
take
little
a
bit.
couple of towels, pin them on the wall. Wow!
But more trouble.
But yeah, okay, next time I will try Studio 3.
Good news. Someone said, Cameron, my prints from the 12th of August arrived after being lost by the USPS. I almost had a heart attack, but they finally found them. They accidentally sent them 1,000 miles in the wrong direction.
What, the
Beautiful
wrong
prints.
Georgia, you mean? Or what?
Yeah. Not the wrong Georgia
Washington State
again.
or Washington? I mean, this
Yeah.
happens. But wait, August 12th, and it's now, I mean, this
September, that's almost a month ago. September 5th now.
is...
So
Okay. But whatever, we don't... This is America or something?
this is the US, so... I don't remember. It could have been an EMS package, though, which would have warranted some fretting after 3 weeks.
Well, that's trackable. It didn't,
Yeah.
Was it one of those cases where it sat at their end and they didn't pick it up? Or that seems to be really common. You've been sending tracking info when you have it, right?
Yep.
With the new improved software.
Yeah.
You haven't had a chance yet to try the new stuff I put in yesterday.
Yesterday, no, but I've been enjoying the features you've added over the last week or so. It's good.
We'll get you out of that job sometime along the line.
Accordion gun. What about the room where you hang paper to dry? Would that room be
No,
quietish?
it's an open window. No, it's got a window, and that actually doesn't close. It's frozen, rusted shut.
Ah, that's right.
That's not going to help us. That's the saxophone room. We can hear
Yep.
the saxophone from next door. So,
It's true.
so no,
Playing summertime. That was fun. Thanks, John Becker. You're on a roll. You're answering everyone's questions before I read them.
he's going to want to come on payroll soon.
Uh-oh. Stop answering questions. I'll get to them.
We have a small show and tell today.
Oh.
10, 15 minute show and tell.
Okay, great. It's almost 9 now.
And I popped an email about it, a reminder email to remind me later today. The air conditioner is really struggling.
Yeah.
So I think I know what it is, of course, but just we haven't done it.
Mm-hmm.
And there's not so many parties today. There's only one party so far. This is really, really rare.
Yeah.
We have the 3 party slots are empty at the moment. This is really, our business is over. My God, it's the end of life. What's
Yeah.
happening?
About that package tracking, it says the package vanished from their tracking for several weeks and then reappeared at a post office in Ohio.
Oh, okay. So it's not really sort of anybody's fault. It's just, okay.
I put it on the wrong truck and probably someone said, what's this doing here? Let's scan it and see where it's supposed to go.
At least it got there.
Yep. Found its way home. I know this is not ukiyo-e per se. It's
Theme-wise.
yeah. But I remember you saying something about ukiyo-e artists would avoid drawing women's noses where they overlapped with the cheek line. Am I remembering that correctly?
Well, this is past that. This is
Right,
after.
this is beyond. This is
now
later.
In the early 20th century. This
Okay.
is, I think, 1905. I can't remember this was made. So this is after ukiyo-e as a genre and as a form is now decaying, rapidly
Right.
decaying. It's finished by this time.
Yeah.
And these designers now are working. Of course, they're working with knowledge of the camera and photography and real life, and that's what the world was demanding from them. Much more realism. The old caricature, concepts had totally broken down by this time.
Yeah.
And the other big difference is the way that the designers were creating the raw material to send to the factory. The ukiyo-e prints were black line drawings with a brush.
Yeah.
Out to the factory. Factory gets busy on it. these Cuccier and the other prints of this era, the designers worked in watercolors to make a full finished image in watercolor.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys, over you go.
Good luck.
Reproduce this. Yeah, not good luck, but go and get going on it. You know, there you go. So.
Okay.
So this is from the ukiyo-e tradition, and it's still made by a group of artisans. It's the division of labor tradition. It's not the modern art tradition.
Yeah.
But those, all the standard parts of what had been, we're just not breaking down, completely changing. So yeah, we can see what he's done here. The nose pops out. You know, so. There is still an interesting aspect to this, and this is anecdotal evidence, so take this for what it's worth. This image and other ones, for example, like the Okada-yoshio images that we showed recently, a very Japanese-looking woman's face. I found it very attractive, and I found this one attractive enough originally to want to make a print of it.
Yeah.
It seems that this kind of imagery is quite... it clicks the buttons on Western males as far as what looks attractive to us. I'm speaking really anecdotal of a very wide, generic kind of space.
Yeah.
And it doesn't click the buttons of Japanese females. And again, this is all the women that I've known personally and that have seen my prints and what I've got and what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Have expressed, what are you doing with this? Why do you find this attractive? And I'm saying, I kind of really find this attractive. And those Okada-yoshio prints. And she, and this is 3 specific women I'm talking about, she has said, oh my God, that's not what women are like. That's not us, whatever, or whatever words they use.
Yeah. Well,
So,
Okada-yoshio's images look very different to this, I think.
Okay, yeah, it's the very exotic-ified, slanted eyes, whatever. But even this one, the Cuccier type of woman. Again, this is really small data set, anecdotal evidence.
Yeah.
But it sort of gets reinforced to me every day in the shop.
Yeah.
People are magnetically drawn to this.
Yeah.
People like me, whatever, Western guys, to put it simply. And we get asked every day, can I have this, can I have this, can I have this?
Yeah.
And yet that's not something I hear. Japanese people are not interested in this.
Interesting.
Either it's a bit too old-fashioned or something, I don't know. I can't verbalize what it is. I haven't interviewed all these people to say why. But there's a thing happening here. There's some cultural...
disconnect.
or just, different people see things in different ways. And depending on their own personal background and history and their own cultural... what they bring to the table. It would be nice to have sort of a bit of a survey about this, do it a bit more, quote, scientifically, unscientifically. Get a few images, image A, B, C, D, E, and whatever, and try it, showing them to different people and asking them to rank them in the order or making some comments, whatever. And I think you would show very clear cultural differences in how different people ranked and different genders ranked these different kinds of images. It's really something that would be worth studying. Well, it would be a curious thing to study.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do it, but whatever.
Yeah. Okay. John Becker says maybe it's a bit too Western, quoting the audiences, or too emotional. And then El Raj-san says, I couldn't disagree more. Chrysanthemums is one of the best prints of a woman I've seen. So I guess disagree with the...
Is this a
so
lady?
this is another man.
Yeah, no, cool. Well, that's just reinforcing my data point. And what I would like to hear from is an Asian lady who says, oh my God, I love this. But I'm not hearing that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But I doubt there are many Asian ladies watching this stream today. I don't know.
Probably.
And again, I'm not trying to be racist or whatever. I'm just describing what I have heard about this. But the more and more you talk about this, the more and more you get into your own filter. And you only hear the news that fits your filter, and you ignore the data points that don't fit it. So it's not something I should put down here as an actual fact. I said clearly, this is anecdotal evidence.
Yeah.
That's dangerous stuff. Anthony, we do that so easily. Once we get a little theory in our mind, we tend to only see the evidence. We only pay attention to evidence that backs that theory. We just, I didn't notice that. Oh, she said that. Oh, I didn't hear that.
By the way, isn't it a ton of work to carve a set of blocks for a gift print? I get you can't really slouch off as a woodblock print shop, but do other businesses put in the same amount of effort? Well, we're not only selling it for this year's season, it's going to sell forever.
It's not a gift print in the sense that we're giving it away. I mean, we do that with our New Year's cards. We go to a huge effort to carve and print New Year's cards, which are free gifties, whatever. But when I said gift print, what we mean is this is going into our catalog of prints that people will buy as gifts. So what you're seeing me work on here is a commercial product. I am investing time, money, and resources in a commercial product here. I'm building something that is part of our business.
Yeah.
So it's all, there's calculations have gone on here, what we're costing to build it, what we're going to make from revenue for it. So although this might seem like it's going to take quite a lot of time, we are going to get paid back. We've made our calculations on this.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry if it wasn't clear when we use the word gift print.
Yeah.
Now, this is a commercial product under construction.
Mm-hmm. Koigami asked, I think the Japanese ladies didn't really like the lady in the water print either, is that right? I don't know.
I'm not sure. I'd have to dig into my memory. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't remember specifically about that one. I don't know.
Tai Hao Le says, I'm an Asian woman, but I was born in the West and I like this print. Does that count?
You tell me. I don't know. I mean, as I said, this is not scientific, but if anybody's got the time and trouble to work on it, go ahead. There's lots of fun research projects that could be done in our field.
Yeah.
There's a million. Just poke me with enough ideas and we can spout. If you're a would-be grad student somewhere in the world and interested in all these things, there's lots and lots of themes and interesting pockets of our world that could be explored and analyzed.
Coming from a half Asian lady, the only part I'm not in love with in the space design is the connected bridge of the nose. Interesting. The long bridge there.
There's a bump in the middle of the show.
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about? You said a bridge of the nose.
It says a connect.
Oh, you mean connecting
so
to the eyebrow.
Going all the way up to the eyebrow.
Yeah.
What do the Japanese women think of the Goyo prints? Like the girl with the iPhone? Or the girl combing her hair?
I don't know. And interesting enough, we've got that one on the wall here, and I don't have any disconnect there. Many, many people, wow, look at that, it's beautiful. Wow, it's beautiful, not just men. There was a couple yesterday that I just did the day here.
Yeah.
A Japanese couple who had walked in, and they looked at it, wow, cool.
Yeah. And Lei-chan redesigned the one with the hair.
Yes,
and she's from Hong Kong.
Yes, but she's actually an artist now, looking at this with a very specific technical
mindset. Yeah.
So again, please don't take my comments too seriously. I said this is anecdotal evidence based on a very slim data set with one or two people. That's all, So, and it would be interesting to explore it a bit further, but whatever. There was a nice Goya print on Yahoo auctions last night. The famous woman combing her hair, the Steve Jobs owned print.
Oh yeah.
I would have liked it, but it went too high. Not too high for a personal collector, but too high to be able to resell at a good margin.
Right.
And it had been framed and hung on a wall for a long time, so it's slightly faded, but it looked kind of nice, nicely toned.
Yeah.
But no good. I've got a nice copy in my own collection, but in order to sell some here, you have to be able to buy them, reasonably low price. When they're on a public-facing auction, that doesn't usually happen.
Okay, I'm going to ask, if there is such demand for chrysanthemums, why not increase the price to offset the time it takes to print and make a batch? I'm sure people would pay. It's not like anyone else is making one. You've got the market cornered.
You're talking about the larger one?
Yeah, I think so.
It's price is no object. Money is no object.
Yeah.
I don't have a printer in the building who is capable of making that print.
Yeah.
None of our printers can do that. Not Suga-san, not Ishikawa-san, not Kubota-san. Yamamoto could make an exploration of it, but I'm not too confident of the way he could do it.
Yeah.
We don't have a printer handy who's capable of it. Sorry, I'm not. it sounds a bit silly. It sounds like, yeah, okay, I am the best printer in Japan. I did it. Nobody else can do it. It's not that. It's that I trained myself with a specific, very narrow skill set. I chose to make a reproduction of an old Kuchie, something that none of these printers have ever done in their lives, because it's not normally work that could be done by a publisher because it doesn't make any sense financially.
Yeah.
So I have a specifically self-trained skill set, which is different from everybody else's. So it's not Dave is the best printer in Japan, only he can do it. Only me can do that because I'm in this little tiny niche outside the normal way of doing things. You know?
Yeah.
So if Yamamoto-san had this and we took a batch and made another batch and took a batch and made another batch, he could get up to speed on us. You know?
Yeah.
Whatever. That's the way it is. You know?
Yeah.
The young man who's coming in today or tomorrow to talk to us about printing, that would be really a good one, not for him to start with, but
to explore
for him to
later
work
on.
into. Yes, absolutely, and it's very much on the list. And also Suga-san.
Yep.
Yeah,
She
absolutely.
keeps
She denies it.
doing harder and harder prints.
Yep. She denies it because that's her training to deny such things, but she will be capable of doing that in not too distant future.
Yeah.
And honestly speaking, I said I trained myself to do that, but that's, oh my God, nearly 15 years ago. If I sat down at a bench now with a bunch of tools, could I pull that off right now? Not without a bunch of practice and training first.
Yeah.
Not at all. I wouldn't have the stamina. So it's just a thing that falls between the cracks. I'm sorry. But it's coming. It's coming. Just stand by. We're building this team here. 5 more years, 10 more years, our team will eat that stuff for breakfast. If all goes well.
Are all the blocks of the original version of this print, or the larger version, complex, or is it just the key block that's particularly complex?
Well, I'm not sure what to say. The key block is the most difficult one in the hair, of course.
Yeah.
But the fact that the lines all over the print are very fine makes registration of any color absolutely critical and difficult. The finer that this face line is, then when you're printing the color here and the color here, they have to match absolutely, totally, exactly. So, and keeping moisture control. You get the moisture a little bit wetter one day than you had the day before, then the paper is a little bit larger, it doesn't fit the registration marks. So it's not just any particular, oh my God, that block is difficult. It's an accumulation of difficulties with 23 printing impressions on something that is so delicate. You just hugely multiply your chances of not getting it right each and every time. And it's like the airplane thing, 99% is not good enough.
Yeah.
If airlines ran on a 99% safety record, none of us would ever go near those things.
Yeah.
Of course. I'm not trying to, this is not public safety, but the point being, the more difficult you make it, the more you lose.
Making that print would make for an awesome masterclass series of
Oh my
videos
God,
on
it
printing.
would be. I mean, if I'd had the video thing running back in 2004 or whenever it was,
Yeah.
my God,
Missed opportunity.
yeah. But whatever, we're working on it. We're catching up. We're doing things, And what I'm doing right now, this video is being made,
Yeah.
So don't worry about what you missed and what didn't happen. Just enjoy what's going on here. This thing now is being published this week, this month. So don't cry over what didn't happen or what can't happen. My God, we're doing such fun stuff here, wonderful stuff. John Becker can pop up and talk about his copy. He's got one,
Yeah. Brag about it. And it is just about show and tell time.
I've
It's
got 3
9:15.
hairs here, but I don't want to rush through them. I shouldn't mention this in public, whatever. In a drawer in Oman, I saw it a few weeks ago and I was looking for something else. I've got about 40 or 50 copies of that print that were called, didn't make it. Specks, dots, bad pigment, something's wrong. You know, they're actually beautiful prints, but there's like, there'd be a pigment dot in the sky, in the background and stuff like this. So at some point when I'm dead or whatever, they'll be released, they'll be out there. And there's about 30 or 40 of them.
Yeah. We'll give it 10 seconds until we get people saying, send me one of those.
Oh, well, we don't do that. We've talked about this before. We don't sell our seconds, period. We don't sell our seconds. Toyota doesn't sell scratched cars. We don't sell scratched cars. But by the time the car, 50 years later, will be a treasured antique, that will probably happen with these prints. Not while I'm alive.
Encoding
The vultures
overload.
were gathered.
Yeah.
Encoding overload? What?
Oh, now it's stopped again, but it's flashing a little warning in the bottom left corners. Encoding overload.
Are we getting too hot there? Is the thing boiling?
It's running close to 60% CPU.
Ouch, that's not.
57, 58.
Okay, it must be getting hot. Okay, we're near the end of this then. All right, let's
Put it back on the tape, or?
No, let's do the show and tell here.
Okay.
If you've got, can you reach two of those tapes?
They're all different.
The two small ones are there.
size.
Two small ones right in front of you there. There's two.
Okay. These two are
No,
the
no.
same heights.
Yeah. So up we go. No, I mean, okay, that'll help you, I guess. Okay. Can you swing that out there, sir? Please, thank you.
What do we have today?
What do we have today? There's some overpriced. These are Yahoo auctions, and overpriced. And the reason they were, usually these are Shiogami sheets,
Oh, okay.
and usually they would go for maybe 500, 600 yen each. This guy had them in packages. There's packages of 3. And this is how they came up by the publisher at Edo Chiyogami Shu, show? Set 4, set 3, San, show?
Yeah.
Is that right? San, or is that
Yeah, it's one of the fancy sans.
San, okay. This is set 8 and set 7, whatever.
Oh.
And he priced them at straight 3,000 each, start price. And that's too high. Usually these things are about 500 yen each.
Yeah.
So they went around once or twice, nobody touched them. But I looked at the images and, they really, really did look to be nicely made. So
Yeah.
Dave, whatever, 5 years from now, they'll be 2,000 yen each, whatever. So just whatever, bite the bullet, bid and buy some of these things. So I picked up the 4 packages that were there. And, all right. Same one. What? There's supposed
It's
to be
folded
3.
over.
Oh, it's a double size. Wait. What? Let's zoom out. Oh. What a bargain.
All right.
Wait. I see. I didn't look at this. He showed the picture on the website like this. 1, 2, 3.
Got it.
I didn't
But one of
know
them's
that
double
one of them was
size.
double size. Oh, no way. All right. Scratch that last conversation about I overpaid.
Yeah.
Looks like a nice little bargain here. And look at this. This is nicely made. I think it's post-war. It's still too white. But this would be my guess. First rough guess here. Pre-war blocks, post-war printing on some of these sheets at least. This one could be, I don't know. I'll reserve. Here we are. This is Chiyogami, decorative paper sheets. These are not woodblock prints to be looked at and hung on a wall and blah, 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 blah. They are woodblock printed paper, Chiyogami paper. And the clientele, the people who bought these would have been housewives who were doing craft stuff. Like they would make a little box out of various pasteboard and stuff and then cut and glue this sort of paper on the outside of the box.
Yeah.
Or they would be making a kami ningyo,
Yeah.
a doll out of folded paper. This is not origami to make a little crane. This is
Right.
a folded paper object, and the dress might be made from a piece of paper like this. And this is not the highest class woodblock printmaking in the world. And you can see already the registration here. There's places
Not exact.
where it's not exact. And this is not, as I said, this is not high fine art. And there's the mess. This is the Itokura-san type messing. We're talking about this with the Doi Hunger prints. Right? This is the mess in the corner. Here it
Yeah.
doesn't matter because the people were just going to be cutting out bits and pieces of this to use as they wished.
They got that red nice and smooth.
It's deep. Oh no, the whole concept of printing here. This is closer to the Kyoto style printing. They've got their printing blocks ready, and they slathered pigment onto the blocks. Look at this. You
Yeah.
can see on the back. It's richly come through all of this stuff.
Yeah.
So this is not ukiyo-e type printing. You know, this is dense, rich, thick mats of color. Some of it is opaque. You know, this pink is opaque.
Yeah.
Then I worry if I had to make a single guess, 1950, 1960, somewhere around there, on blocks that perhaps were carved pre-war. But this one, look at this, look at this, look at this.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Do you see what they've done here, though, Cameron?
It's a lot of bokashi.
Am I all in the? It's not.
It's not.
No, just let me think about how they did this. Look at this, look at this, look at this. Okay, it's white paper at the back.
Yeah.
So now, block number one, and I'm not sure, but anyway, just number. Block number one is these branches. It's a light blue block with branches. Okay, block number two is these green, sprouts with these little things that come in the middle of the cherries. That's 2 blocks. Oh, here is the third block, the brown, which is the stems or whatever.
And the inside
kind
of the pink
stems.
flowers.
Yeah, which was the same as the green. So there's a green one. The stems are done green and brown, and it's possible it's the same block backwards.
Reversed, yeah.
I'm not quite sure, but anyway, there's 2. So far 3 blocks to show. The light blue background, green stems, brown stems. Then they've got a separate block. The 4th and final block is for the cherry blossoms, and they've done it, when they print it, they got a brush with 2 colors on the tile. They've got a tile here with pink at one end and a darker pink at the other end. Put the brush in like that, and look at what he's done. Brush goes zoom, 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 zoom along that row, zoom, zoom, zoom along this row, zoom, zoom, zoom along that row, zoom, zoom, zoom. See it? Mm-hmm. All really fast work, and one go, bang, you've got gradations on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 20 flowers, and it all takes just a few seconds to do.
Very cool.
You get the wrong angle today? Can you see it? I put it there. You can see the gradation runs in diagonal lines across this thing, and they're far enough apart that it's okay. Just your brush. If the brush was just this wide, bang, away you go, away you go, away you go. Having said that, there is one more block, because look at this. There's a bunch of cherry blossoms in the background that don't have that gradation. Right. So there's 2 blocks for cherry blossoms. So I was wrong. Let me lie. Blue, green, brown, faint blossom 1, blossoms with gradation. So 5 blocks altogether.
Are these faint or are they just embossed?
No, it's faint pink. I can see it. It's faint opaque pink.
Okay.
But all in all, makes for a very, very nice effect. And the printer could just blow those through fast. Yeah. There's almost no registration difficulty, whatever. Away they go. That is a nice little treasure. And they've even done it on nice paper, too. It's not even a simple Hosho paper. Very nice, very nice. What a bargain. I'm such a genius. I'm sorry.
Victor Profundus asks, are papers like this still in production somewhere?
Well, that seems because when the girls were asking me yesterday, when they opened the package, they said, what have you got, what have you got, what have you got? I said, it's Chiogami. We'll be looking on tomorrow's stream. And I guess it was Audrey Evelyn said, what's that, what's that? Yeah. So I said, it's Chiogami. And actually, the company that made this, Isetatsu, is actually still in business. Huh. So they went to the internet and they searched Isetatsu, Isetatsu. Yeah. And they have a website, isetatsu.com, only Japanese. And the company is still there up in Yanaka.
Okay.
And they've got a bunch of stuff on their website. You click on the website to show what they're talking about, and there's a wall of text and no pictures. I mean, give me a
Japanese
this is not
style.
1996. What? Yeah. And in the blah blah blah, what their company mentions historically woodworkman, blah 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 blah. Yeah. But what they are making and selling now, I have no idea. I've never heard of anybody working up there as a printer or carver. So I would imagine their current work is offset.
Digital, yeah.
If you go to Ozuwashi, the big washi paper store in Nohombashi, and ask to see the Chiogami, I've never done this, but I know exactly what happened. They're going to take you to a wall full of filing cabinets, and you open up and open up and open up and open up. There's millions of sheets, very large sheets. Huh. And of course, they're offset printing or inkjet printing or whatever printing on washi paper. So it's still a thing. Housewives do still make paper dolls, and they still do their boxes. And I say housewives not in a derogatory term, just it's a typical thing for housewives to do for a hobby. You know? I don't think many retired men do it. They take up woodblock printmaking to make cards or something. Yeah. But the ladies do lots of making paper dolls and things like that. So it's probably isetatsu.co.jp. Whatever. Google. We should open more of this. So this was package number 3, and it's marked as Sangatsu.
Huh. So they may have
so
sent them throughout the year.
This must have been, or not must, it may have been a subscription series. You sign up for your subscription for, whatever, the largest one I've got here is 8, but the fact that says Sangatsu, 3rd month, makes me think that it might have been a set of 12 packages.
Yeah. Does this one say Hachigatsu?
Good morning. Oh, high heels. And sort of, they must have done every month. You got a double size one, and you got 2 singles. It must have been a subscription series. It would be cool to dig through some old magazine of the era and find. There must be magazine articles or something, you know, in ladies' homemakers magazines advertising about this. So the information is out there. Oh, look at this! Look at this! Okay,
These are all very different. From
they're all different. What have we got here? This one is done with calligraphy. That's upside down. This one, Han. This one is, which way up is that one? Karen's one?
I'm not sure.
Oh my God, I can read a lot of Japanese. I can't even tell which way up that is.
Yeah.
Help me. That's not this way up. That looks this way up. It looks reversed. That looks this way up. No, really, I'm serious.
I'm not sure either.
Was that this,
is that a soap? The middle one?
It looks like a soap, but it's a distorted soap, but it looks this way up. There's the brush stroke, and this one could be down, down, and down and up. But this one doesn't work that way.
Right.
Maybe that's that group there. This is all something I can't read. Gotcha?
Yeah.
So that seems to work together with that.
I don't know. It's so stylized.
Kira-san, come and help me read this. Oh, right. Okay, then, whatever. Anyway, there it is, calligraphy, which presumably has some meaning. And here we have.
Presumably has some meaning.
Tama no ni, treasure number 2. Yondaime ise tatsu saku. Copyright preserved.
Yeah.
So this is from Isetatsu. Yondaime Isetatsu saku. Isetatsu was a name of a person, maybe then. To me, it's a company name, but it might have been the name of the head of the organization who took the name.
Family name.
And this would be the 4th generation of that name.
Yeah.
Well, that's not Tama, that's Sho. How would you pronounce it? Sho no ni? So, Sho, because this is Sho, second one in the series of calligraphy.
Yeah.
I'm guessing. So showing. And what's this? What do we have? What's the theme here? Tell me the theme.
People doing
I don't
things.
know. The theme is Otsue. Otsue. There's a genre of pictures that predates ukiyo-e. Travelers on the Tokaido Road used to buy these pictures at the town called Otsu, the last station before Kyoto. And those were folk drawings.
Yeah.
Some of them were printed. The key line was printed and the colors were colored in, or some of them are all colored. And there's some standard bunch of themes, 8 or 9 or 10 themes in Otsue. And this is a woodblock print reproduction, a woodblock print take on the standard themes that you see. And if you found a generic page for Otsue, Wikipedia, whatever, you will see these same themes coming back again and again.
Someone says, I see a cat.
I see a cat. Here he has a cat down there. What's it? He's lost his tail? What am I seeing here? Oh, no. The tail is there. Something separate. No idea. There's a story. There's an event happening. I don't happen to remember what it is. But if you looked up Otsue, the standard pictures, it's the same pictures again and again and again and again. Yeah, there's this one. This is our friend. We have our 2 guys up in the sky. Fuji and Naijin. This is the thunder god, the show, doing something, picking up something. He's dropped his hammer. He's trying to pick up his hammer. And this is the other member of the pair. I don't know what he's doing. So. But that's the background to this. That's the thematic background to this. And again, it's sprinkled with seasonal motifs. The pine tree for New Year, the cherry blossoms. What have we got here? Bamboo to show.
Yeah.
Sea. What's this one? I don't know. Pine needles it's supposed to represent. I don't know. Fun stuff. And in nice condition, nicely printed. I am a happy camper. Very good. These go into the collection. These are not something that we're going to sell in our shop. Kira-san's not going to get her hands on. They're going to be nicely preserved and stored. It's too bad we don't have all 12, but can't be helped. Okay.
It's 9:29.
Time to get to work. You can go and play with your new software.
All right.
And I don't know what I'm going to be doing. Cleaning the air conditioner for a start.
Yeah.
And working from there. I've got a ton of things to do, Karen said. A ton of things. I've got to prepare more great wave prints for Ome. I've got to do 2 more separations for Kawasaki-san. NHK producer is dropping by this morning to say, well, the guy who used to hire me for Journeys in Japan.
All right.
And
He's just coming to say hi.
Hi, but I will not. I would bet 99% against another Journeys in Japan. Because I was clearly told they've changed the format.
Demographic.
So my guess is it's a personal project, he wants to say hello, or there's something cooking in NHK that he thinks he might like to talk about. We'll see. I got to look at the Inogu upstairs, all those boxes full of boxes of Inogu. Shares. I've got to sign the share certificates. Cameron, shoot me or something if I don't do that today. No, not before.
Not before. Then you can't sign it.
Next stream will be 2 days from now, Saturday morning. Cameron won't be here. He'll be slacking off with his family. I'll be here. The camera will probably be outside. And I guess I'll be carving hair or maybe signing share certificates or something. Thanks for coming out. See you later.
See you later.
Thank you.